We were introduced to Michael Bain through our architect, Carl Feltz, and he had worked with Michael in the past and had recommended that we get a bid from him. We did that along with several other builders and thought that Michael's bid was the most competitive. Then we sat down with each of the contractors individually once we got the bids, went through them very carefully, and got to know a little bit more about the builders themselves to make sure that we were comfortable with who we were choosing. It wasn't strictly about price, although that was important, but more about who we were contracting with. The demolition process, it was a little difficult at first because we were very close proximity to some of our neighbors, and we had some issues at the beginning, but Michael stepped in and made sure that he took the appropriate steps to make sure that everybody was happy. In the long term, everything worked out extremely well. I ran the project remotely. I was not on site every day, so I didn't get to see what was going on every day, but fortunately Michael was there for me personally, and his subs are absolutely fantastic, number one, first choice kind of guys, and that was really extremely important in terms of the quality of the craftsmanship of the work that was done. That Michael communicated with me very clearly and continuously as to the progress of the house, tried to keep on schedule as much as possible, and his guys went the extra mile in terms of getting the house done in a timely fashion. There were quite a few snow days that we had, and it fortunately still worked out that we ended up finishing the house in the appropriate time schedule. Needless to say, the end product was just phenomenal. I mean, more than I had ever expected. The house was built on pilings. It was something that was not easy to do. We have a stucco outside finish, which is a very cumbersome and long process in terms of completing. And I just think that he did a fantastic job completing it on a timely basis. Being on the beach, being on the ocean, pretty much any house would be gorgeous, but this is just spectacular. The views are phenomenal from almost every angle of the house. The house is so well constructed. It's very warm, even on those cold, windy nights when you have a nor'easter. And it's just really, we couldn't have asked for a better end product. Michael was there to help value engineer our project along the way. You get to certain points in the project where you don't really want to go too much beyond what your budget is, but things always come up. He was there to help value engineer those things and give us some great ideas in terms of how to deal with some of these problems along the way, and that is added value. One thing I also want to mention is his wife Robin was wonderful during this whole project as well. She is his administrator and really has a great handle on all of the project costs, and was able to help me tremendously in terms of getting the information I needed on a timely basis as well. Michael has been a builder for many years at the shore. He knows the market well. He built our house, and it's, I think, a testament to his work. Anyone that might be interested, I'd be more than happy to hear from them directly if they'd like, in terms of giving a recommendation. I would highly recommend anyone building at the Jersey Shore to use Michael, as his experience qualifies him to be probably one of the best builders at the shore.